down and 7 for Brandon Allen and the Bengals from their 34-yard line. Chris Evans in the backfield. Evans takes the handoff, running right, cuts it back inside, and then is forced back. Over the next 15 minutes, Mike. All right, Joe, what do you look for over the next 15?
Productive, and the defense to continue to shut down the running game. That was Daron Payne. I mean, Payne, Allen, Sweat, very athletic and gets to the ball.
3rd down and 5. Allen's pass broken up. Deep. Weaver's 3rd punt taken at the 14. A fair catch against Tampa Bay.
Absolutely. After about 5 quarters of football, really put on quite a show.
From the 15-yard line, it's 2nd down and 8. Heineke rolling right. And he will slide out across the 20. One pick.
Really played a heck of a game.
9 for 15 in the game against New England last week. 3rd down and 5. Heineke under pressure, loses the football. Washington recovers, but
you put the ball on the ground.
Recovered by Tyler Larson.
So many things to learn at that position. Little things.
Tressway punting from his 8-yard line. Darius Phillips fields it at the 40. Cuts back the other way, 4 yards on the return.
That even if it's a crappy day and a bad game, you leave saying, I had a great time with my family, my friends, my loved ones, my business partners, etc. We want to create an experience that is great no matter what. And we have to listen to our fans to do that.
But we're not going to have a big.
Yeah, I think heading into year 2, we've gotten to get to know the fans a ton through all the going to look like next year when we have this historic traditional thing back in the venue.
You sort of open the door.
More importantly, this renaming is about stewarding people's memories. It's people that watched you play, Joe, with their parents, with their grandparents, with their loved ones. And so we got to take our time to do it right.
Released, and then you hook on with the Atlanta Falcons, so you know what many of these guys are going through on both sides.
Each of these plays is important. You know, as much as people write it off, these matter for guys like me and the guys on the field now. And I can remember when I made the team in the 4th quarter of the last preseason game, Browns against Bills, when I was playing for the Browns. I can remember it vividly, and it set my career up. And so this is an important moment for all these guys, and I take immense pride in watching them play.
You bring up such an interesting point. Kenny, the last 4 or 5 years in the 4th preseason game, we've seen one individual, because the starters aren't going to play. So this is your chance to shine if you're trying to make this football team. And how can you make the coaches say, let's keep them around at least another week?
Yeah.
I mean, for whatever period of time.
I mean, you know this, Joe. Like, the first thing is, can you be trusted to do your assignment? It's one thing to be flashy and make a big play. It's a flash, a burst. That's it. That's the golden recipe.
Have you had a chance to sit with Coach and talk about personnel a little bit? I mean, I know you handle the business side of it, and your plate is so full. But have you had the opportunity to be able to, you know, get a feel for?
Just as a fan, frankly, and a former player, it's great to see in Coach's mind. And I'll say this: we're in good hands with him, Marty. There's a brilliant set of folks running this team, and you guys should be very confident in what's happening in this future.
I'm excited. Yeah, you know, before I've talked about you know, being cautiously excited. I'm very excited about where I believe the direction this football team can go.
Yes, no question.
Heineke escapes pressure.
Put 2 hands on it. Put 2 hands on it. Put 2 hands on it. He got a little sloppy again. I mean, I guarantee you, Ken Zampese, the quarterback coach, is going to spend a little bit of time with Taylor and say, look, okay, get 2 hands on him.
Here in the
I love it.
Trying him. I want to protect him.
I'm a fan of ball security.
2nd down and 8. Heineke gained 2 on that last play. Here's Patterson. Jarrett Patterson. Jason, I know you have enjoyed watching Jarrett throughout training camp.
You know, last week you could have said, well, you know, he was in there with against, you know, maybe lesser opponents, but not this week.
Patterson gained 14. New set of downs for Washington as Heineke throws, and it's caught by Antonio Gandy Golden across midfield for another right. President of the Washington football team. 17-yard connection from Heineke to Gandy Golden. Washington on the move.
Taylor did a nice job of anticipating where he was going to be, led him out front, and made it an easy catch and protected him.
Patterson remains in the backfield from the Cincinnati 48. Here's Patterson up the middle. Gain of 3 down to the Bengals 45-yard line. Jermaine Pratt.
Now it's got a little rhythm. You can feel it. In and out of the huddle, picking up some yards.
Patterson exits, replaced by Peyton Barber. De'Ami Brownton had that 29-yard reception back in the first quarter. On the pass from Fitzpatrick. Brown was 5 years old when Ryan Fitzpatrick was drafted by the St. Louis Rams. And they hook up on a big play in quarter number 1 as Barber gets wrestled around and thrown here in Landover, Maryland. Washington and Cincinnati deadlock 3 apiece.
You know, the Bengals that we talked about, the one area they really wanted to get better at was stopping the run. I mean, they just and they're doing a pretty good job with the run game tonight.
They played well defensively last week against Tampa Bay on 3rd down and 8.